I was telling you about Darwita. Seems like people always want to know more about Darwita. I just played a show with Guy Clark over in Oklahoma City, and that's about as close as we ever get to my family out there. And so they all came out. I mean, the whole family showed up, and I was bold and just spontaneously got my mom up on stage to sing a song with me, and she stole the show. I think it's the only time, I know it's the only time I've ever seen a tear in Guy Clark's eye. So it was really an emotional thing. And it wasn't even a serious song. We sang a little song called "A Little Bitty Woman's Got a Great Big Hole in My Heart." And, it's a happy song, but when I turned around, Guy just had these big tears in his eyes, and he kept going on about our harmonies and stuff. And so anyway, it was a great treat to get to play with Mom. I don't get to do that near enough, She's the one that taught me everything I know, really. I guess I stole a few licks from Will Kimbrough, but other than that, Mom taught me most everything. So, Mom was raised in a little place down. I told you about the Ozark Mountains coming down, and there's the Washita River. Well, there's a sharp bend on the river there, and that's where my mom was raised. And years ago, it became known as Greasy Bend, and still to this day, it's called Greasy Bend. If you're ever down in that area, you can ask around. People say, "Yeah, Greasy Bend. Just go over there to Mansville and go north, hit the river. You'll see the old bridge." But my mom and them, they had a little place that overlooked that bend in the river, and there was on the other side, there was a hog farmer right here, and there was a watermelon farmer right here. And there was a fence between them. At some point, the fence got tore up, and the hogs got in there and ate all the melons. And this pissed off the watermelon farmer, so he shot all the hogs. And they just left all this mess laying there on the banks of the river, and that was when it became known as Greasy Bend. Because it was a rather slimy mess they left there. And but the interesting part about it was my mom, they had a little family band, and they actually sat on the porch and they were playing music and sort of, they were like the background music for this great battle of Greasy Bend. I always tease her and tell her she's a lot like Francis Scott Key as he witnessed that battle and wrote that big hit of his. But not too long ago, I was riding around with Guy, and I told him, I said, "Guy, man, I'm just out of song ideas. It's all been said. It's all been done. I'm just at a loss." And he said, he didn't even miss a lick. He goes, "Tell you what you need to do, Verlon. You need to write a song about your mom. Everybody knows you don't get into heaven if you don't write a song about your mom." I said, "Oh, yeah, okay." So, but I started thinking about all this, Guy didn't know my mom. At the time, he didn't know my mom's name was Darwita. He didn't know anything about this Greasy Bend story and all this stuff. When I started thinking about how did I put this in a song, it was a bit overwhelming until it occurred to me. Luckily, I had this brilliant thought that, you see, my mom's a mandolin picker, and it occurred to me that mandolin rhymes with Greasy Bend, and that's what set me free. They're picking up a storm again. The bridge across the Washita is swaying. You can hear it on the wind. Yeah, the music never ends. Darwita's mandolin keeps playing. the holler used to leave a secret mark upon her gate. It was a sign to all the others who might follow, saying stop a while and visit, man. She'll feed you beans and biscuits, man, and pick some boiling cabbage. And down yonder while you wait, slow down in Greasy Bend, they're picking up a storm again. The bridge across the Washita is swaying. You can hear it on the wind. Yeah, the music never ends. Darwita's mandolin keeps playing. Go, mama! Comes a peddler in his wagon. He's got pots and pans and lots of shiny things, and he promised young Darwita he would have them. Not no box of candy kisses, no, not no dolly dishes. Her one and only wish was for some brand new mando strings. So down in Greasy Bend, they're picking up a storm again. The bridge across the Washita is swaying. You can hear it on the wind. Yeah, the music never ends. Darwita's mandolin keeps playing. My mama's mandolin keeps on playing. Come on, mama. Play it one time. Sorry, Darwita usually plays better than that, but I can't get them to respond tonight. The old fingers. You know,